I'm Shelley with Shelley Armstrong Events. Welcome back to the Wedding Show. Thanks for tuning in today. We've had a full show. Our next guest here, I'd like to welcome Sean Stecker with Digital. He's a digital world agent. I'm sorry, I'm like stuttering all over the place today. No, thank you for being here. Absolutely. And Sean's got some interesting information. A lot of our vendors are going to be very interested in this. You know, it's a tech world today. And, you know, when we started out, I started out 28 years ago, and it was pretty much, I mean, people didn't even pay by checks. Everything was cash. And then we moved to checks and then started moving into credit cards, which is where we're at now, and the debit cards, which is where you get to take over. Right. Because what Sean's got is a new technology that's being used, accepting the credit cards, and especially with the chip.
Correct.
So I'll let you kind of take over from here, Sean. Thanks again for being here and letting us know how you can help us.
Well, thank you for having me. It's actually a remarkable system. Digital World has been around for a couple of years. Obviously, credit card processing has been around for a long time. But the owners wanted to be able to create a new type of company that could offer a better product to business owners, especially small business owners.
Because we all need a little help.
We all do.
We do.
It's
true.
And I'm very familiar with the wedding industry. I have some friends who have been personally involved in it for years, photographer and so forth. I've done catering professionally for several different companies in earlier years. There's a lot going on that has to do with everything involved with a wedding. And a lot of the merchants are either mobile. Many have storefronts where you want to come and taste a cake or do the photography or whatever you might need. And they're all scraping by trying to save time and save money. Yes. Operating their business.
Yes.
And that's where I step in. So what Digital World has effectively done is we've been able to lower rates, and a lot of businesses say, okay, that's wonderful. A lot of credit card processors come in and they promise lower rates. So while we do promise that, and with a $500 guarantee, we offer something in addition to that. We offer free equipment and great customer service. Many times you'll walk into someone like myself will walk in and say, well, you'll need to buy the hardware for this. Right. There are mobile options out there where oftentimes you have to purchase it, and they'll charge you a high rate in order to be able to process a credit card through them. We have different packages where you can either do a bundled package or a cost plus, depends on how much credit card processing you're doing. Over a certain percentage number, usually over 10,000 or so, we work with it. But we can offer a guaranteed lower rate, far better than what some of the competitors are doing, and we can do free equipment. For those storefronts, the desktop terminal,
right?
Those are important.
And these all take the chip, right?
Correct.
Because I know that's what everything's turning to now, is your credit cards and your debit cards are going to have that chip in it now. Right. So it's very important that your reader can read it. Can read it.
What many merchants may or may not be aware of is that everybody's gotten these new credit cards with a chip in it. The reason for that is a security feature. It does take a little bit longer to process.
I've noticed.
And everyone I've talked to on both ends of the spectrum, whether it's the business owner or the customer, everybody's slightly frustrated with that. But it is more secure. And so for that reason,
I'm okay with being frustrated with that timing because of the fact that I've had fraud on one credit card 4 times within 1 year.
Yeah, I had it twice last year.
Not fun to deal with.
Right. So you get an immediate phone call or text message from the bank. Hi, did you make a charge on the East Coast? Well, no, I haven't been to the East Coast in years. Right. I'm on the West Coast.
Right. You know? Thank you for the call. Cancel the card. Send me a new one.
Right. Right. So now I'm waiting another 10 days and I can't use that card. And yeah, a lot of hassle.
Right.
But what this program is also doing is because we take the chip, what a lot of business owners aren't aware of is that as of this last October 2015, business owners are required to be able to take that chip if a business takes insurance or has insurance for their business and they take a credit card and it's fraudulent, the business owner after October of last year is now required to cover that. The insurance company no longer covers it.
Ooh.
Right. So there's a
So it's on you.
Right.
As a business owner.
As a business owner.
As the business owner, it's on you now.
Right.
Wow.
So
I didn't know
especially
that.
in a market where we're dealing with a limited income and small incomes,
Right.
A small business owner can't afford to take a hit like that.
No.
So we want to get that technology in the hands of people as quickly as possible.
Right.
So that technology exists, whether it's in a tablet system that we can provide. We have some that are free, and we have some amazing systems that have a small fee per month.
Probably a little bit more high tech.
It is
For
far
the-
more.
for
Yeah,
the
it's based
more
on a
useful.
cloud system. You can download apps for everything. You can put your full inventory. You can have your employees log in and
So
log
there's
out.
a lot more to that
There's
one.
a lot more to that.
Right.
And
what about handheld? Because I know a lot of vendors these days, especially in our industry, because they're on the go so much. So a lot of it's handheld. Is there a device for that as well?
Are you talking wireless or are you talking like mobile option?
Like for a mobile?
Yes. We have both a pay anywhere system and a pro charge, which comes from a company called Electronic Payments Incorporated. Both of those systems use and accept the credit chip as well as the swipe ability.
Okay.
So-
Fantastic.
And we can also plug those into a tablet. A lot of people like using a tablet and just plugging it in, whether it's an iPad or something other than that.
Right.
Our mobile solutions work with both Android and Apple solutions.
Okay. So you've really kind of got all the bases covered.
We do.
Okay.
And in addition to not just the chip technology, we also have the ability to do Apple Pay and Google Wallet and PayPal. So a lot of business owners are trying to do that or processing through them. We're able to take that as well.
Fantastic. That's really great news. Well, and especially in today's world, and like you said, you started out straight off with you're here to help
Right.
and save time and
Right.
money. Because as a small business owner, things take so much time, and the last thing you want to worry about is, all right, am I
Right.
doing this right? How am I doing this? Am I making, the right decisions on the company I'm using for the interest rates and the fees per charge is what I meant to say.
Right.
So it's good that you've got all that covered
Yep.
for sure.
And like I said, we beat anybody else you've already got going with a $500 guarantee. But the rates are competitive. Because we're beating them, we're talking about a 1.19% versus something in the 2s or something in the 3s.
Right.
And depending on, a lot of merchants don't know this, but information available is that there are different types of credit cards. Your personal credit card, my personal credit card, tends to be a more secure credit card. But if you got say a gas card or a company card, and several people have that company card that's associated with that account, the credit card agencies, the MasterCards, the Visas, Discovers, and Amex, they all look at that and they go, well, the potential for fraud and for
Right.
having that account stolen or something like that is far greater. So that risk is higher. Therefore, they charge the merchant more to process that card.
Makes
So
sense.
we try and
Makes
tier that
sense.
system if we did a cost-plus system to be able to manage that as much as possible.
Right.
We have bundled packages where we charge a flat fee across the board, but
For
you know,
each business is probably very different.
It
so
is,
it's like
it
you've
is.
got packages then so that they can review what's going to work best for
Right.
that company and each specific company.
In addition, we talked about technology. One of the great things about what we're able to provide is almost instantaneous or at least next day funding, but also in the moment. If you're using a tablet-based system, you can see exactly what's going on with your system, what's being processed, what's going through, what's completed, and so forth. Even Amex, a lot of companies have Amex or they want to take Amex. Great company, except it takes days to get reimbursed by Amex as opposed to Visa, MasterCard.
Right.
We have a program and a solution that gets them next day funding just like Visa and MasterCard.
It's fantastic. Well, yeah, because again, as a small business,
Right.
you kind of budget out for what you've got and when you're getting paid and those pay dates. So the last thing you want is to have a delay on that.
Right.
So wonderful. Great news, great information. And it's not something that we think about every day, but it's something as a business owner you need to.
Right.
For sure. So, Sean, thank you for sharing that. Let's let everyone know how to contact you and get a hold of you.
All the information is on the screen. 559-715-4689 is my phone number. And you can email me at sean@dwprocessors.com.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thanks for all the great information. Appreciate your time and sharing with all of our viewers, and hopefully some of our vendors will follow up and take advantage of what you have to offer.
Absolutely,
So,
hopefully.
Great. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.